Dayz is such a wonderful game. So nice, calming, and therapeutic. Just look at this wonderful view. Oh, what the f? Yep, that just happened. Whenever you might feel like you're safe, you're not. Wherever you go, you are not safe. You could be walking in a field, taking in the nice view of a sunset or sunrise even. You might feel safe, but little do you know there might be a fully kitted out person wearing a ghillie suit stalking you. How long has he been watching you though? How far has he been following? Well, I guess we'll never know. But what we do know is that you're back to square one. And you are wanting revenge. But to be able to get your revenge, you're going to need to prepare and practice using your guns. Let me quickly just get one thing clear before you continue to watch this video. This is not a tutorial for people who have just started or have just got this game. This is a video about knowing how to get good items, knowing where to go, and what to do next. Thank you for listening, now back with the video. The first thing that you're going to be wanting to do is scavenge for food and water. Try and search as many of the homes that you can. If you find any clothing that has better storage, I would advise you take it with you, just so you can store some more items. Duh, what else do you think it's gonna do? Give you f***ing wings. Anyway, after you've searched a load of the homes within the town, run to the end of the town, in search of a town sign. It should look like this, but clearly it might have a different name. You might be thinking, what in the living is this? How am I even supposed to pronounce this? Well, the game is written in Russian, so of course you won't be able to read it. To help you be able to read the signs of Dayz, and also to help you traverse the map, there is an app called iSurvive. Me and my mates use this app every single time we play this game, because it is just that useful. It helps you know where animals are spawning, and where you spawn as a freshie, or enemies spawn as a freshie. And so much more. It is just so helpful. I highly recommend you download it. Or just search it up on Google. I apologise, I keep getting a little distracted with other things than the actual step. So try and find a sign near the end of the town or just somewhere in the middle of the street sometimes. If you end up finding that, you can look on iSurvive and find out where you actually are located on the map. Once you have figured out that part, it is time to look on iSurvive and locate the nearest police station or fire station to get your first decent loot. These stations look like this and this. You can also press on filters to choose only the police and fire station to help you locate them through the other selections. Oh yeah, one more thing I should add about this app is that it can help you find wells, so you can refill your plastic or glass bottle with fresh water, because if you find a bottle of water that is already filled, that water could possibly be contaminated, and I would not risk it unless you are either in desperate need of water and nowhere near a well to fill it up, or unless you have water purification tablets on your character. Anyway, back onto the script. These two stations will help you get pretty decent gear, and guns, if you are lucky though. The fire station can have firefighter jackets, pants, and helmets. Sometimes also having a fire axe. Try to look for jackets and pants. They have amazing insulation to make sure you're nice and warm in the cold streets of Chernarus. The police station, on the other hand, is the place where you have a higher chance of getting pretty good starter guns and vests. The type of guns you will find in this location are the BK-133, the M-Glock 91, a Pioneer, IJ-70, and the CR-61 Scorpion. There are only two types of vests that you will find in this location. They are the stab vest and the ballistic vest, sometimes known as the press vest. The ballistic vest has 65 more durability, has 4 more storage space, and has 1 more grenade slot than the stab vest. Even though both the ballistic and stab vest both have the same rarity, the ballistic vest is much harder to gather. While inside the police station, try and find yourself a Glock and just pray for it to come with a magazine and some ammo. If it doesn't, you might have to go to a different town to find a box of 9mm. If you find a Glock magazine on the floor, make sure to pick them up and check if they have any spare ammo inside of them, that you might be able to take out of it for you to use in one of your later magazines. Or you can take them both so you can quickly swap out your mag. After gathering these essential starter clothing, weapons, firearms, and ammo, open iSurvive again and map out a path for you to take. Remember, if you are wanting to find better guns than the ones you currently have on you, you will be wanting to head inland. The more you head north, the better the loot pool gets. There are 4 tiers. Well, technically there are 5. I would love to try and name what colour each tier is, but yeah, I'm kind of colourblind. So I'll just put a picture of what each of the tiers are. If you spawn in Chernogorsk, I would recommend trying to get up to this place, or go right up to Staro. Both of these areas have tier 3 loot pool, and both of these places have military areas where some really good loot and gear can spawn, such as plate carriers, and sometimes you might find holsters and pouches that you can equip to the plate carrier. If you spawn at either Berezino or this place, I would once again recommend heading up towards Staro. But if you spawn up in this location, I would recommend you travelling up to this place. There are no military locations, but there is a military camp in the tier 2 zone that is not that far from the town. Don't forget to make sure you stop at each location and town on your travels to scavenge for food, water, and things to repair your clothing, weapons, and firearms. Not so far from the locations I have set you to venture to is Vybor's airfield, filled with and I mean a ton of loot. ARs, SMGs, snipers, protective gear, tons of ammo, and I mean lots of it too. A lot of ammo. Now, you should be geared enough for your revenge, but there is one more step left. You might think the best way to get better at using your firearms is just by gaining them, dying, and learning from your past mistakes. Yes, and no. Why waste your time getting the gun just to die with your first player encounter? There is another way. The first thing that you are going to want to do is exit the server you've been playing on, but make sure when you log your character is in a safe place where no player should be standing or is that close for when you relog. Once you have logged out of the server, go over to the server selection and go over to the community page and look around for the servers that are named PvP. Any server named PvP will spawn you out with loads of gear and good weapons for you to practice with. I would advise you use close range weapons at first so you can get used to having close range battles with players. If you join a PvP server that is an indoor based arena, make sure you practice leaning around corners to make sure they are clear. Keep your finger on the trigger at all times unless you are certain there are no enemy players around you. What I do to practice is play a PvP server for 1 hour each day before I play the official server to make sure I'm still able to win an encounter with another player. This is going to be one of the shortest steps, since you already have all of your gear that you'll be needing. The next thing you are going to want to do is go hunting. No, not for animals, for your next human target. Maybe it will be the person who sent you back to square one. You will finally be able to kill him in cold blood, like he did to you. Hello again. Thank you for watching till the end, and thank you for all these people who encourage me to keep making content. I'll be leaving the website link for iSurvive in the description and a link to Carver's YouTube, since he's the one who's helping me the most with writing and reading out my lines for these videos. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.